Hey everyone, Zero Jitty here with the XBLA Fans channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of Regalia of Men and Monarchs. I've said that wrong so many times. This is supposed to be a kind of like turn-based combat kind of, I guess, kingdom rebuilding kind of thing. There's some humor thrown in here and there. But so far it seems to mostly focus on you rebuilding this kingdom. You're like the heir to some famous old kingdom that was once great, but during some crusades fell on hard times, after which the family's built up debt and kind of gotten down in the dumps kind of thing. So far I've done some combat. There's been a lot of talking, some attempts at humor. A lot of it is based on memes and references. There was a is this real life kind of meme kind of thing, and then we had a very certain there's a Dark Souls reference. There's been a Highlander reference. If you can ask Kane, he knows I'm pretty good at picking up the references and kind of stuff. One of the main aspects of this game is like you are kind of like a Persona, leveling up your reputation with personal bonds and people. So I'm actually in an area right now where I'm actually going to talk to someone and level up. A list here I just got from my party. We're going to talk to her, and then I'm going to show you some combat. So I'm going to hang out with her.
Yeah, sure.
There is voice acting. It's not always the best, and sometimes it's spotty. It's not always there. They pick weird places to have it and not to have it.
Hey.
Like here, this is weird.
Yeah, sure.
Main guy on the left is named Kay, which makes some weird conversations where like, hey, how you doing, Kay? I'm like, oh, okay, yes, no, oh, never mind. This is the list. She's a kindling. She's actually a person who is born with like super good magic. I've used her in combat. She's actually pretty good. So you have to pick like based on their personalities what they'll like. Outside of the combat, you'll see like there'll be areas where you have your entire party there. If you pick a certain thing, you can harm or improve your relationship with them. So she was about that response. I accidentally pressed A. That's happened a few times where it's like you pick something and then you tap A and it will advance twice for some reason. So blah 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 blah. It's weird how some stuff is voice, some stuff is not. I do like how like on the right here you see her portrait. It'll kind of match up to what the characters are feeling and saying. But like going through this, you can go through this with actually not just the people in your party, but the people who have moved into your town to build up relationships with them, and you'll actually get bonuses. I'll show you that in 1 second. So she liked that answer.
See ya.
And that one was fairly short. Another one I was training with Griffith, which I actually think is a Berserk reference. But some of the dialogue has been kind of funny. As you can see in the upper right, well, first off, in that big thing, a day has passed. This game does something that I don't really like. It gives you arbitrary time limits. Right now, I had to complete 5 kingdom quests within a certain date, and those are actually listed here. Hold on, like the buttons don't always respond for some reason. It's weird. So I've done one. I've cleared out the Ban Makor, which is a dungeon, and I can essentially do any of these. So I've actually gotten 2 done now, and it is re-acquaintance status with 4 people. So I've gotten 2 done now. I have to do 3 more, which is be it upgrading the town, finishing fishing, which would probably not be possible because I believe fishing takes it takes a day or so to do. I have no idea why. Crafting and experience and all this stuff. So you saw that pop up where it's like, oh hey, my personal bond with her has gone up, so I need to find her through here. Here it is. So I have to actually go and spend. I have now unlocked acquaintance, so I can now use this as a buff for her in her skills kind of thing. On the next level, I level up with her. I'll get these 2, and then so on and so forth. But let's see. This guy is actually a person in my town. So since I'm an acquaintance with him, on the first thing I get a additional fishing attempt during the day. If I level up again, I'm guessing from a perk that will unlock for my characters will be this one. 100 health, put 2 resistance, and so on and so forth, and all that kind of stuff. These are the owners of the inn that are there. The big guy never talks. His daughter does all the talking for him. Here's the building. You actually can't do it here. You actually have to go to the main castle to do it from there. Diplomacy. I have not encountered this yet, but I'm assuming that it's going to be like pick so and so to be like, hey, I kind of favor this kingdom. Maybe if I side with this kingdom, I can't really side with this kingdom. Also, there's a Triforce right there on the right. These guys right here, we had a set of armor in our place. They made multiple references to a sun-worshipping cult, which is very much a Dark Souls reference. I don't see anything else that would be like, oh, hey, Dark Souls here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to return to the castle. You're essentially, at the beginning of the game, the guy shows up like, you got massive debt attached to this place. But at that point, your characters have already decided, no, we're just going to kind of leave here. Your main character is kind of like, oh, no, it's too much work, blah, 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 blah. Gets roped into refixing everything up. So this is the main area. One of my biggest issues, so I won't be able to venture forth out here because of this issue here. To venture out, I have to select this flag icon here. But because this girl here, my sister, is here, I can't select it. So I can either do town construction or talk with her. So I actually have to go and burn a day. So we're going to go and talk with Griffith to spend a day and hopefully make her go away. Which I think is not good. I'm assuming on PC, when you run over there, you can actually click it. But so we're going to work on defensive maneuvers. Wonder if I'll actually have input here. So he's explaining parrying, which doesn't actually have any effect on my gameplay or any of that kind of stuff. But maybe it'll give me a perk.
Have at thee! We will talk later.
So I'm wondering if I had picked the top one, if something would be different. I read a review for this game, and it's the one thing that I don't like. The one weird thing that someone says, like, when you go to save, you get to hit X, which is like, okay, like you can't hit A, but I don't care. It's you hit X, you're done, whatever. So now that I'm a buddy with him, I've unlocked both of these. I don't like, oh, they're gonna cost 2 points, but whatever. So we're gonna finally go back here, and I'm gonna try to show you some of the combat if it'll let you. But then again, everyone has their own like things where they are and everything. So once again, I can't do an essential part of this game because she is here. So I'm gonna have to go and burn another day by talking to her.
Hey there. Way to go.
And there's like weird little things like that hurt the gameplay, along with in combat. Enemies have a chance to dodge, and you have a chance to just fully miss enemies. So there have been times where I've had like 85% chances to hit, but instead they dodge or they miss. So it seems like there shouldn't be a chance to dodge and a chance to miss. So hopefully I will be able to show you the combat. If not, I'll just go and load up an older save because I don't want to keep burning days through this. But it is essentially a issue of the game. Well, see now that she's not, I know that Gwendolyn is not there, so I actually can go and venture forth. But venturing forth to certain areas take a certain amount of days to get there, and then a certain amount of days to complete the dungeon. So let's say that I knew that I could complete a dungeon, but Gwendolyn was standing there, and I only had 7 days left to finish. That could cause me to have a game over because she was there and would not move. So talking to her doesn't move her, but that seems like a very big oversight in the game development. Dungeons are broken up into areas where you can actually save, talk to your party, and revive. You can only revive once in a dungeon, but it revives everyone. So let's see what we got. So Savior Falls, Days of Explorer 7, For some reason, once in a while they'll say easy, hard, or difficult. It isn't telling me these for some reason. Don't know why. But you can, and then there's text adventure kind of stuff, and then there's just straight combat. So let's go to the... Let's go over here. There's the falls. It seems pretty nice. So as you see in the upper right, my days available are ticking down. So since this dungeon will take 6 days to complete, that automatically is going to remove 6 days. However, if I don't complete the dungeon and leave it, it's still going to take those 6 days from me. So at that point, if you're going to leave a dungeon, it's better to just be like, nah, screw it. Just go back to a save. So here I am. First right away is combat. I'll probably show you this and then maybe the exclamation point on the left if I can actually beat the combat, because it seems fairly lopsided at times. I actually encountered an enemy who would cast a spell that would give him 600 armor and then do constant like 200 damage to my character whenever they took a turn. So for right now, it actually looks like there's only 4 people. Right now, it's actually gonna force me to have certain people in certain places. That's fine. These are often references to other things. So we're gonna move her up, and we're gonna use her pounce ability and drop down right on top of her. If you can see there, the hearts are the actual health. You cannot recover health in battle. However, you can get shields.
Leave this to me.
Which will soak up damage. It's essentially just armor. So this is my main guy. He actually has a shot he can use. Pop you. Which missed. If I want, I can hit Y and use a thing that allows me to like blitz attack. So what I'm going to actually do is fire this off. So far, she's been like super useful because she's got like AoE burning attacks.
Can't quench this one.
I'm going to actually use her again.
The time is now.
I did not actually want to skip. I don't know why I did that. My issue with the combat is, let's say I want to use a certain attack. I have to actually hit right trigger and then go through these. Only issue with that is if it's an AoE attack, it doesn't ask for you to confirm, and it backtracked him to his starting point. And you can fast forward time.
Look who it does! A nail!
Wow, so they're going to be calling in more people. Okay, So I'm going to pounce. I'm going to actually redo that, and then I'm going to wipe her out. Nope, she's going to dodge. So even though I had an 81% chance of success there, it's nullified by, oh hey. Nah.
Dangerous.
Rotate. So I don't have line of sight because there's a person in the way.
For great justice.
So because it undid him, I'm gonna have to walk him all the way back here and then end my turn.
Hello, victim! See?
And this is how the combat goes. So that's Sir 61 is actually a Metal Gear Solid reference for those who don't know. So we're gonna move her back, have her pounce, kill someone, and we're gonna have her Savage Roar. So that's gonna hit everyone, and they're now panicked. So I'm gonna have him shoot, miss for no discernible reason, and miss dodge. Like, I don't think that a game should have a dodge and a miss chance. So he actually has a dynamic entry, which I believe is a Naruto reference. So, see, now that she's dead, the only way she comes back is if I go to a camp and revive her.
Yes, yes.
Which I don't like. And I really do enjoy games like this. I love XCOM. I love this kind of stuff.
The time is now.
So he's gonna go over here.
For
And he missed.
Push them back.
So what I'm going to do is actually go over here and just finish you off.
Well fought.
And she's dead. It's like this.
Straight.
It seems oddly hard for what it's doing for no actual discernible reason. For some reason, I marked my own person. I don't know why. And that person's silenced, so. And he's dead. It's like it feels like the enemies do more damage than they should be allowed to do at times. So this match is essentially lost.
No. Push them back.
Because since everyone's dead,
Task.
I can't possibly reach
Run.
another area to revive them all. So I've been vanquished. I can restart battle, or I can return to the main menu. What I'll probably do is load up an earlier save just to show maybe whatever the thing is, but I don't really like this game. I want to go here, and I'll show you like a light version of like the text adventure kind of stuff. One of the ones I didn't have any effect on the outcome. I always had to fight someone. There was, it's not going to let me do it. I'll just explain it to you. The other one, I actually encountered these two older gentlemen essentially playing chess, and I had the chance to help one of them cheat. I didn't, so I was given an item from the winner that is like a piercing effect. But this is Regalia of Men and Monarch. I don't think the combat's too well balanced or that fun. The city building aspect is kind of interesting, but when you build something, it takes a day. Everything you do takes a day, and again, it's not. I'm not into that kind of game where it's like, I did love Persona, but I felt that everything in the game, like everything was balanced well. Like going into combat in the worlds of Persona, you could spend the entire day there and get so much done in one day. But anyways, I am ZeroJD. This was the XBLA Fans channel. This was Regalia of Men and Monarch. Check out our other videos. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.